Hello, and welcome to the Making People's Lives Better channel. Today we're going to talk about Toth event staffing, and while this is a little bit self-promoting, I had the question from Miguel Neves that you want to know sort of how the company works and how we do things behind the scenes. For a staffing company to work, and that's what Toth event staffing is. A staffing company, we provide waiters, bartenders, primarily, and then kitchen assistants, chefs, as well as captains and registration personnel. But our bread and butter is waiters and bartenders. In order to get somebody that's going to come in and be a great waiter or bartender for a catering company or for a private home event on Saturday night in Scarsdale, Greenwich, we need to have a focus on getting staff in that understand that the guest is important, that the coworkers are important, and that hospitality is a part of what we do, and hopefully they enjoy that. In order to make sure that we effectively get somebody in the door that's going to go out, we demand that they have experience. So what does this mean, right? When people go out to get work and when you're hiring, what does experience mean? You know, we really are looking for somebody that has done it before. They should have some experience working with a catering company or banquets. Working in a restaurant isn't enough. Working for your mother's catering company isn't exactly enough. Working for a professional catering company, having done setup, service, breakdown, having working with common tools like chafers, having heard common terminology like bussing and sweep service on a room. These are the qualifications that somebody needs just to get in the door. Once we know we have that, they come in and they sit down for an in-person, in-uniform interview. Now, this is really crucial. For a lot of restaurants and catering companies that do their hiring, I really strongly suggest to have a fair interview and to send the right signals and to get the right sort of expectations down, letting candidates know before the in-person interview, which means, you know, if somebody's coming into your business, they're filling out an application, hey, this is what we need, and then set a time for them to come back. You know, most jobs, you're probably reporting to one place. With Toth event staffing, you're going all different places. So it's really crucial that we have them come in to the office, show up on time. What does on time mean? 15 minutes early. So that somebody can get to some site location, arrive 15 minutes early and check in before their call time, not after. And also to set them up for success so that they're arriving early and they're calm and they're collected and they're ready to do a good job versus rushing into a job. So part of the interview is making sure that we got all of these soft skills that are so important to the process right away. We're reinforcing this is our culture, this is what we do. Show up in uniform, ready to work, have your tools on you, wine opener, lighter, pen. If you're a kitchen assistant, your thermometer and your Sharpie marker. If you're a captain, your black jacket and that demeanor that, you know, you're coming in and you're going to help run the show. So we test that right away. The interview takes at least an hour. Go through the paperwork, make sure that we're doing the right thing for the employee. And that, you know, that's a big part of creating success and having longevity with the staff and keeping people around. We set those expectations early. We tell them how they are supposed to get paid, and we try to do things to set our staff up for success. Staffing is a much a matchmaking business than anything else. We're trying to take somebody that has a certain set of skills and personality and match them up with a client that has a certain expectation for certain personalities and skills. And when we do that right, it works really well. Customers are really happy. Staff is really happy. When we get it wrong, staff is unhappy, clients are unhappy, it's problematic. So we're constantly trying to push ourselves to better match our people up with our clients, and we do a good job of that. We've been doing that for 8 years, and because we spend so much time in the interview process with our staff, we really get to know them. I ask questions like, what was their best dining experience, which allows me to go through sort of a personal event with them, see if they have ability to talk about something that's happened in detail using their skills from memory and communication. So those are some of the soft skills that we suss out in the interview. I don't want to drag this on too much, but just to say it over and over again in the sense that if you want a good team and you want good employees, the hiring process is so important. And yes, it takes time, and time is money. Especially if you're paying other people to do it. If you're doing it yourself, it takes away from other things that you can be doing. For me, it's a staffing business. It's our main priority, so it's something that I make sure that I, for the most part, am hiring. As we grow, I need to hire really good people that know the job, know what we're looking for, and I'm also building shortcuts into it. There's cheat sheets. This is what a candidate should know. So there's a lot of skills, chefs, bartenders. Not everybody that's going to interview has that. So you give them that cheat sheet, so you could hire from anything for, hiring a bartender or hiring somebody that can fix a car. If you got the cheat sheet, what's the answer to this set of questions, or what's the sort of scenario or the sort of response that you're looking for in this situation? With something specific like a drink recipe, you got to know that internationally accepted recipe, and maybe there's a variance on it, and maybe you can call that out. If you're, hiring a mechanic, thinking about a specific engine type or something like that and how to handle it, you're going to know the answer. Whatever your business is, you're going to be able to pinpoint those things. And if you can't, then you find somebody that can and create that cheat sheet for you so that you can hire effectively. I want to wrap this video up. I know I've been talking a while, and I think the key to success in an interview and any kind of conversation is keeping things short and sweet. And that's what we do on the customer side. So I talked a lot about what we do with our staff, but in terms of pleasing our customers, what we want to do is we want to get right to the point. Hey, what time do you need people? What day? What are you looking for? We really try to get the pricing out quick. I don't advertise pricing on the website. I think that is a mistake because that sets up maybe some false expectations, but we do try to, once we get an email or a phone call, hey, what's the pricing, to the best degree that we can. We're really upfront with that pricing right away. Hey, it's a 5-hour minimum. It's this pricing for that set of staff. But we try to also look at the request. Does it need a captain? Is there travel time? There are a lot of variables in this business, and I'm sure there's variables in whatever business you're in. So, being clear with that pricing as best you can and being honest. And taking it on the head. If we misquote, we honor the quote. We do what we can to make sure that even if we get it wrong, the customer doesn't feel like they've been betrayed. And that's just a part of honest negotiation. So in terms of knowing our prices, we know our prices so that we don't make those mistakes. But when we do, we eat it and try to do the right thing for the customer. All right. Hopefully that was helpful. Please leave some comments. Let me know if there's something that I can expand on. I look forward to hearing what you got to say. Take care.